up, you fucking bitches?
Everybody now.
What is up, peeps, and welcome back to another video. So, as you probably read from the title, we're doing a engine removal this time. So, I got two news for you boys. One bad and one good. So, we'll start off with the usual, and that's a good one. So, the good one is I got a shit ton of content coming for you boys. And the bad news, this shit is staying in this freaking garage one more year. And why? Well, I didn't manage to get this fucking car done before the season ended. So, yeah, it's staying one more season indoors, but that is actually giving us more time to complete some more necessary and reliable upgrades for this engine. And RBs are actually known for the oiling issue they have, so we're gonna attack that issue and fix it. So let's start this video and let me show you how to hoist a freaking RB25 out of a R33 GTST. Let's go. So, I've been searching. How do you lift an RB25 engine? Where are the hoisting points and all that shit? Well, I couldn't find an answer for that. So, I pulled up a mechanic, a friend of mine, and I asked him, tell me, where are the hoisting points on this engine? Well, from the factory, right here, there should be like a little thing where you can put a hook on it and you should be able to lift the engine. So, one there, right there, and wham, all over to this side, we got one down here. That's probably harder to see since it's dark and shit. Down here, right there. So, that's 2 points. But we're gonna be smart this time. We're not gonna use 2 points. We're gonna use 4 to get the maximum out of this engine, because I'm picking up the tranny at the same time. So we need 4 jacking points to be on the safe side and to be able to adjust it, and I'll show you how. So let's do. So how are we going to adjust it? Well, this thing right here, an engine thingy, as you can see, there's a spindle going across that. So when you spin it, it either tilts that way down or that way down. So if you're bringing it with the tranny out, it's gonna be heavy as hell backwards, and usually you have to like fix it, like pull it sideways to get the correct angle to get it out. So you need to get it like this. So yeah, that's where that one comes in handy, because you can adjust the angle of the engine. So we're gonna tighten one bolt down here in the manifold. So we're gonna remove that, put one in, 1 point, the one I showed you before there, and one over there. So over there, as I showed you. And we're probably going to use that one in the intake. I haven't decided that one yet, or if I'm just going to go 2 ways. Probably 4, but we'll see what happens. So first off, how do you hoist it? So I've shown you the jack points. We got one check. And what you need to like release from the engine? Well, everything. That's like it. Everything from the intake, the manifold, all wires, all hoses, all vacuum lines, everything has to go. Everything, and even the AC has to go. Boo boo. Let's see here, we got the power steering, that one has to go as well. And when all that is gone, the engine starter, or the crank, or whatever fuck you guys want to call it. That one has to go as well. And then we got some things on the tranny, since I'm picking that one with me, that you have to loosen. And probably will be hard to show you, but I'll try my best. So let's go beneath the car. Alright boys, we're underneath the car and it's tight as hell. So of course you have to undo the drive shaft. That one has to go. And how do you do that? Well, in that end, in the differential, you loosen that, then you just pull this out, if you're lucky. Shit, I'm hitting the camera everywhere. Light, I need you over here. Right, now I'm blinding myself, Jesus Christ. Alright. We got some wires up here. You need to loosen those as well. Then we have that. You need to loosen that as well. And come over here, boys. Boys. Here we got the starter. That one has to go. You have one bolt here and one on the other side. So let's loosen all of this and let's see what we can do, boys. Alright, peeps. We got these two wires are loosened up right now, and I'm not gonna fucking lie to you. This one, the gray one, that was pretty simple. It's just a regular contact. But this one, this black, as you can see, to be honest, this probably took me a fair amount of 30 fucking minutes to loosen this one. This one was a fucking pain in the ass. Jesus Christ. So here, let me show you how it looks the way I'm laying down. So I'm laying here with almost the fucking, like, the tranny above my head, and I'm feeling fucked right now after working with that piece of shit. And I probably hit the camera lens like 5,000 times in the car as well. So, oh shit, look at that. There's actually a scratch as well. And yeah, so now all we gotta do is loosen up these bolts, those two, and we got two over here as well. We're probably gonna loosen this hanger as well. That's for the exhaust, so we're gonna loosen that as well. But now let's hit the starter, get that wet, oh my god. So let's hit the starter, get that shit out of the car, and after that we're gonna do the drive shaft. And when that's loose, we need to construct some tension for, oh fucking carcass. We need to construct probably two pieces that we can attach to the hooks on the engine, so we can lift this shit out of here. So let's fucking rock and roll, boys. So Jesus Christ, oh my god, we're zoomed in like a motherfucker. Alright boys, I only got the drive shaft left underneath the car and the mounts for the tranny. Then we're almost done under there, but right now I'm doing the starter, and I've been looking like an idiot and trying to find the last bolt for it. And let me show where the fuck that is. So let's turn you guys quickly over here, zoom down there, and shine some light upon you. Alright, let's see here. Boy oh boy, cheeky bad schematics, bruh. I don't know if you can see it. Well, my camera is focusing on the totally wrong thing, but stay there. That bolt right down there, that one is the last one for the starter. Then we're all set for the engine wise. So let's keep grinding and get this freaking car done. So yeah, let's hit it. Alright, so shine some light upon you guys again. I finally got the starter loose. You can barely see it down there. So that shit is loose. Fucking zoomed in, bruh. What the hell? So I actually believe we have to go beneath the car again to get that starter motor out of the car, so we can prep it, the damn engine, bruh, to go up in the air and on that engine mount so we can do some critical upgrades on this fucking engine. So, boil, bad schematics, let's roll. Oh shit, boys. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Oh shit, my god, my god. So I just checked the starter, and that shit actually seems we have to change that. That starter have seen better days. The fangs inside, gears, be more correct, not fangs, it's gears. The gears, at least like 3 or 4 of them seems to be shot pretty well. So I might need to check up on that and see if I can order a new one, probably. So that shit is out. Now we got the drive shaft and the tranny mount left, and create some hoist points for the engine. Then we're all set, boy. Let's roll. Well, I just sliced up my hand pretty bad, so we're gonna have to pause for today and let this wound heal a bit. Shit, hold on, let me turn the camera around. So yeah, sliced up my hand pretty bad, and yes, that is coolant on the towel. I know it's pretty idiotic, but who cares? So we're gonna pause for today. Gonna return another day when this wound has healed a bit, so I can keep working on the car. I will include some pictures and clips of this wound and in the end of this video, so viewer discretion is advised. This is pretty bad and it's bleeding heavily. So pause for a day, boys, and we will be back for the next day probably. This is the positive thing with editing, you know. So be right back, boys. Boom, we're back, boys. And yes, I'm wearing the same t-shirt, whatever. This is my garage t-shirt, so fuck you, boys. The wound, it is healed perfect. Yes, I know it's still fucking coolant and shit, but hey, coolant, you need to cool down when fucking piece of shit RB, you know. So RB, let's get on. You boy, fuck you. Now let's do this, boys. We're gonna get this engine out. Let's go. So what are we going to do today? We are going to loosen the drive shaft. Slave cylinder, that was the name. I did my research on that I was calling thingy wingy. That's the slave cylinder, and that's gonna get loosened as well. So drive shaft, slave cylinder. Then we need to construct the mounts for the engine so we can hoist it up in the air. So let's start going under the car. What up, boys? So I've been fiddling with this fucking drive shaft now for like the past hour, and I got 1 out of 4 bolts left. It's just spinning and spinning and spinning, and it's driving me fucking nuts. I'm thinking about just calling it for the night and keep going probably tomorrow maybe, and see if I can get it then. But for now, I'm getting a fucking headache out of this shit, and it's pissing me off like a motherfucker. So I'll probably continue tomorrow. So I'll see you then, boys. Peace. Right, so I just fully emptied the tranny on fluid. So how you empty it on fluid, I will show you that when everything is out of the car. So it will be a lot easier, because showing you boys stuff under the car with this camera setup is freaking harsh, since this camera is so freaking big. So right now I need to hoist the rear end up so I can spin the drive shaft, since that last one bolt won't like come loose at all. So let's begin hoisting the ass up so we can spin the fucking drive shaft, and let's get that shit out. So let's roll. By the way, if you want to get the ass up real quick in the air, use the rear differential as a jacking point. So first we gotta lower this, push this underneath the freaking car. There we go. We have spun the drive shaft, so let's lower the car down again. But let's lower it real slow. And by the way, when you're lifting from the rear differential, make sure you have something in between so you don't go metal on metal, because that will probably mess it up. So a piece of cardboard will do the freaking job, boys. Boyos! The drive shaft is finally out. God damn! Now I know why that last bolt just wouldn't fucking budge. Like, I don't know if this will be able to be seen on camera. Probably not. Shit. Alright, let me turn you boys around. Right, you can see there, that bolt is fucked. Like, totally fucked. So, since I'm gonna switch out that one bolt, I'm gonna switch out all 4 of them. So, yeah, I need to go to the hardware store, but not now. No. We gotta hoist out the engine. So that will be when I'm gonna put everything back together. That's the point when I'm gonna get 4 new bolts. So only for the slave cylinder left, then we're all set to hoist it. So boyo, let's rock and roll. Oh crikey, boys, I'm fucking sweaty as hell. And why? Well, let me show you why. Fucking finally, this shit is out of the engine. So I got to record like half a second while holding this out of the car. Then my battery died, so I had to recharge it, so now this shit is out. So, quick tips for you that wants to haul out your engine. The gear stick, pull that away totally. Just rip it out before you do anything, because my gear stick got stuck in the engine house. Like, seriously, that was a pain in the ass. And so yeah, 2 wires here, disconnect those. You have this wire, disconnect that. You have 4 bolts on this one as well. And while hoisting the engine, we did this. We bolted that into the intake right there. And this is so you can adjust the angle on the whole package. And on this side, we mounted here by the manifold. So keep that in mind, boys. And of course, you have to disconnect everything from the engine. Now, I was just lazy and like, the return from the turbo, I just kept that in. Some water cooling, like water lines and oil lines from the engine to the turbo, I just kept that on. And the cooling hoses, just kept those on as well. So here it is. Let's quickly trip over to the engine. Look at this fucking piece of shit. And I don't know if that's visible on camera, barely, but this whole bar, we've totally bent it and fucked it over. So I have to fix that when the engine is in again. So let's get to work on the engine.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hoppsan. Vad är meningen?